I like being a black man. With all the challenges that come with that experience, and with all the hatred and persecution that black men endure, I like being a black man. It's true that I don't know any other way, but then I've never felt the need to try to be something other than a black man. Never tried to texturize the blackness out of my hair. Never tried to bleach the blackness from my skin, voice, or mind. I like the skin I'm in. I like being an ordinary black man. If you could unwrap the package I come in, you'd see that I'm black on the inside too, because I like being a black man. You see, that's where the real choice to be a black man, and like it, was made. That's right, I'm a black man who likes being a black man where it counts most, on the inside. I feel no need to compensate the world for my existence as a black man, and no need to apologize for being a black man in a white, multicultural society. I feel no obligation to live up to other people's high expectations, nor am I influenced to live down to their low expectations. I don't allow others to define my expectations, limit what I think I could be, prevent me from being what I will be, or discount what I am. I'm not a black man who feels I have to be more than a black man, superior or different in some way to other black men to be accepted in a white multicultural society. There are many blacks who don't like being black, undistinguished nobodies who claim all kinds of status superiority or moral superiority over the mass of blacks. For example, they'll call themselves the good black man or the strong independent black woman. With this type it goes beyond groundless vanity. Their entire self-worth is built on the rejection of blackness and imitation of whiteness, both aesthetically and culturally. If you don't believe me, just look at how validated and confident the weavers become when they go from short and nappy to long and stringy. Look at how puffed up the pussy beggars get when they put on a cheap, off-the-rack suit. They are blacks who do not identify with the mass of blacks. They think they're white, and that white is better than black. They are people who don't like being black, and I don't like them. That's why I don't call myself a good black man, or a college-educated black man, or a high-flying black man, or a suburban black man, or a got-it-together black man, or any other self-deluding title. I recognize this for what it is. A pitiful attempt by the most insecure, inadequate, mentally incompetent, socially autistic, and culturally adrift souls among us to escape the black experience by trying to distinguish themselves from the mass of blacks and convince the world that they are something other than just black. Blacks who adopt superficial labels like good black man are nothing more than self-assimilated conformists whose only distinguishing characteristic is their chronic mediocrity. If you're mediocre, you're nothing special, you're average. And the so-called good black man epitomizes nothing specialness. These people lack the cognitive faculty to understand that the attributes they claim to own make them the very opposite of exceptional. The most laughable thing is they don't possess even the meager attributes they boast of, which is why they think having them would make them special. They're just never-beens whose ambition is to be average. Having a job ain't nothing special. Having a college diploma from a second-rate community college doesn't make you special. Not being able to get laid doesn't make you a good man. It makes you fucking lame. Wearing a suit or a weave doesn't make you less black. It just makes you look funny, odd. The self-titled good black man is just the latest generation Uncle Tom, a eunuch who thinks his servile obedience and commitment to a system he didn't create make him an example of superior and honourable black manhood, which only shows just how unintelligent and how lacking in any quality that defines manhood these people are. If he took his impotent self and his female counterpart, the strong, independent black woman, off somewhere and withered away quietly in his non-manhood, nobody'd give a damn about him. He'd just be another harmless non-entity. But this treacherous dog has chosen to become a mouthpiece for white supremacy, an outspoken co-signer of anti-black male propaganda manufactured in the white media, for whom no slander is too great to perpetrate on his brothers in his manic drive to show solidarity with those who hate black men. This is a black man who really doesn't like being a black man. The self-titled good black man as seen on YouTube is incapable of offering any leadership in the black community or addressing any important issue, because he doesn't know shit. He's a lightweight in every sense, a man who spends all his free time, which is 24/7, on the internet, nursing his sexual frustrations, agonizing over why women don't choose his limp self, and quarreling back and forth with the vilest, most repugnant, black man-hating, ghetto trash females. Then when they're through kicking his weak ass, he runs to seek refuge behind a wall of silence he never erected. No discipline and no agenda, other than trying to make themselves look good to other haters of black men. The term good man has been completely robbed of its original meaning, to become synonymous with social outcast, misfit, recluse, can't get laid, weirdo, pervert, failure to launch, no game, no sense, no money, no honor, no integrity, and pure jealousy. These clowns are everywhere on the internet, whining night and day about how women don't choose them, and being lonely because the girls don't like me, they prefer thugs. You gay fuck. My policy is to block and ignore these buffoons, but after watching their activities over the last couple of months, I was struck with the insight that prompted me to make this video. It occurred to me that the utter garbage passing itself off as discourse on community and gender issues on YouTube is nothing more than a distraction engineered to take our eyes off the ball, led by Uncle Toms and their like-minded female counterparts, egged on by weak-minded, trivia-obsessed cattle who feed into the egos of these clowning minstrels. It's the same pattern we see every time black men begin to seek each other out to find real solutions to our problems. The Uncle Toms and their army of degenerates jump on our bandwagon scheming to usurp it. The process is simple. They pretend to be in tune with an emerging grassroots agenda. Then they introduce all manner of non-issue to derail it, and then begin to supplant it with a watered-down patchwork program devoid of all the radical elements we envisioned as the core of the original program. We end up not with a dialogue between conscientious and focused black men, but a babble of noise made by a mob of primitives. We end up with all kinds of divisive ideology being debated or promoted among blacks. For example, multiculturalism, interracial dating, skin tone favoritism, baby mother culture, feminism, religion, phony Afrocentrism, strong independent black women, homosexuality, so-called good black men, and the doctrine of personal responsibility. All worthless concepts that address nothing and have yielded nothing in the black community but division, hatred, and conflict.